What is up, guys? It is preseason football opening kickoff. Caleb Williams will not be playing tonight, so that's kind of a bummer. However, probably a good idea not to have him start right now. I think rookies should get every rep possible, but it's a little different with Caleb Williams and the Bears. They're actually set up to make a playoff run this year. I know that's kind of far-fetched. I'm not one to – I have to watch a rookie quarterback play snaps before I really give that judgment. However, Caleb Williams looked really good in college. I think there's some issues there. I've said it all along. You can look at my Twitter page. It's going to be a challenge to see how he transitions to the NFL. They're bigger, stronger, faster. That stuff he was doing doesn't always translate. And I got clowned for saying this, but to me, he looked a little bit like Johnny Manziel. Not in the way. I think Caleb Williams will be better than Johnny Manziel. Just being honest, like up front. But like I said, I heard the great Tom Brady in a podcast the other day say, when you have to do that, you probably messed something up. You probably missed a read. You might have misread the defense, or you're extending the play too long. You shouldn't have to do that. Now, Patrick Mahomes, he can stand in the pocket and deliver whatever. That is where I think – I don't think Caleb Williams is overhyped. I think he's good. I think he's going to be great. But that's what I need to see. I need to see, can he just deliver from the pocket? Cool, you can do all that other stuff, and that's awesome. But can you just sit in the pocket, let your offensive line do what it needs to do, read the defense, and make the throws? That's really what I want to see in year one. The highlight reel plays are cool, awesome. Everybody loves to see them, but that's not what's going to make you a 15-year NFL career. And honestly, the type of players like Caleb Williams, if they don't pan out, they typically don't even make backups. Typically, it's those, when you look at like Jarrett Stidham, all these guys that they're just really good at throwing the football. And I say really good. Obviously, you don't want them to be your starter, but you know what I mean. They're just good pocket. Every once in a while, you'll see, RG3 was able to be a backup for a little while. Cam Newton was able to bounce around a little bit as a backup. It's just like when you're an athlete, your role on the bench is not that important because your whole team's full of athletes. The backup QB at that point is helping the starter get ready for game day, helping the rest of the team get ready for game day. If you're just one of them guys that are just athletes, you're either a starter or you're not. You know what I mean? Like, you're a starter or you're not in the NFL, most likely. But I don't know why I got on that tangent. Anyway, he won't play tonight, and like I said, they have the chance to make some noise this year. I hate rookies sitting in the preseason because I think those snaps are very valuable. But I don't hate the decision because they have that extra preseason game, the Hall of Fame games tonight. So, with that being said, there has been some big news, some pretty big news today. D-Hop got injured. As a Jaguars fan, I follow the Colts, the Titans, and the Texans pretty closely. I was one that said it as the season as the offseason started, when they acquired these players. I actually do like the combination of D-Hop, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd. I think that's awesome. I think that's good for Treylon Burks. I think that's good for Will Levis. And I think that's good for Callahan, who's going to try to make something out of this offense. But the flip side to that, you've got a bunch of old guys playing wide receiver, and that doesn't always pan out well. Again, I like the idea of it for Will Levis' sake because I think a veteran presence at that wide receiver position is invaluable to a quarterback. However, on the flip side to that, you get banged up, and it's a lot harder for a 30-year-old that's been playing for 7 years, 8 years. I don't know how long D-Hop's been playing, but if he's 30, odds are he's been playing 7, 8 years. It's harder to come back than when you were 21, 22, 23. So that's the flip side to that. Now, granted, it's only 4 to 6 weeks. That's not the end of the world. But in Will Levis's case, you're trying to prove every game counts. You're trying to prove, and when your top receiver, he is the top guy. He's number one. Calvin Ridley's not the number one. Tyler Boyd's not the number one. Traylon Burks definitely not the number one. Okonkwo? He's not the number one at tight end. This was D-Hop's number one position. And what I noticed, Tyler Boyd, I haven't seen that number one option out of him. He was the third behind T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. And Calvin Ridley, if you look at his stats, he struggled when Christian Kirk went down. And he struggled in some games when Zay Jones out. He's not the true X wide receiver that D-Hop can play. He's better in the slot. To me, he's better like underneath. He's a better route runner, but he's not the guy that you want to go run out, make a deep contested catch like D-Hop. And D-Hop did it last year. He was 29 last year, and that's what he did. He did it good. However, now you floss that, and Will Levis has a cannon. I don't think it's the end of the world. I just think it's, to what I was saying, that's the risk when you have the oldest wide receiving core in the NFL. 3 guys over 30 are about to hit 30. That could happen. And I'm a Jags fan. I hate the Titans. I really do. I hate the Titans. But I hate injuries even worse. I want to beat the Titans twice a year with a fully healthy team. I don't want to. I mean, I'll take it either way. I want to be able to beat them when they have D-Hop, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, and Will Levis playing at a high level. I want to beat the Houston Texans when they got C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon back there, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. I want to beat them when they're at their potential with Danielle Hunter on the other side, Autry on the other side. Like that is when you can seriously say, I own this division. And I feel like if you're a Texans fan, you'd feel the same way. You want to play the Jags when they got Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker fully healthy, Eric Armstead on that defensive line, Tyson Campbell. You want to beat them when they're healthy. It shows you're the top dog in the division. You ain't scared of nothing. It's your division. And then if you make a postseason push, you're ready. You're playing multiple playoff teams throughout the year. Why do you think teams like the Ravens, Browns, Bengals, and Steelers are always in that conversation? Because when they're playing 3 playoff teams 6 times every year. I don't know how I got off on that rant. But like I said, I hate the injuries. I really do. I think as much as I hate how they change rules, I love a healthy team. I want to see these teams healthy, fully healthy for most of the year, because that is when the NFL is at its best. That is absolutely when top-notch NFL is at its best. But we're going to stop rambling on. We've got the game tonight. It's going to be Texans and the Bears. I highly doubt they're going to play C.J. Stroud, but it's football. Even if it's the second and third stringers, fourth stringers, they might not have a job next week, but hey, it's football. And it's going to be 2 young teams that's got a lot of draft capital playing. Hopefully we can see some sparks. But regardless, it's NFL football, and it's finally back. We have officially reached a time where we will not be without football until February. And that is awesome. We're officially there. We made it. It's been a long 6 months, but we finally made it. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want me to talk about your teams, please leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, if you want to come on an episode, we can get in a Discord call and we can talk for an hour, 45 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want. I'm down for it. I think that'd be awesome because I want to get everybody's idea. My big thing when it comes, and the reason I want to do this is because as a Jags fan, obviously there's been some really bad years, but every offseason it's like, I'm ready. I'm so hyped this year about the Jags. I think this is the best team we've had on paper in a long time. And I want to hear that from your perspective on your team. Even if it's the Titans. Even if it's the Arizona Cardinals. Even if it's the Panthers. or one of these teams that are looking like, hey, these guys could be potentially grabbing a number one pick next year. If that's what's making you excited, let's talk about it. Why do you love Bryce Young? Why do you love J.J. McCarthy? Why are you so excited to watch Drake May in this Patriot offense? Why are you excited for Bo Nix down in Denver? Why are you excited? I want to know why you're excited about your team. I want to know what your thoughts are on the offseason, what your expectations are for the season. Do you think you're going to win 10 games? Do you think you're getting the number one pick? Do you think you're winning the Super Bowl? If you're a Kansas City fan, I would love to hear your thoughts on just the dynasty that you guys have created. But that's enough rambling. Leave a comment down below. Follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. It's END, or follow Around the Ball HQ on Twitter and DM me, and we can talk. We can set something up, talk about it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Football's back. It's finally back, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Who knows when that'll be? I'm uploading every Tuesday and Thursday for sure, but I'm trying to get more episodes in. I'm trying to get more shorts in, but enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.